Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lions on the Prowl. My name's Jim, and my partner in crime over here is Kurt Steele.
What up, though?
And so today we're going to talk about Matthew Stafford. Should he be traded? We're going to talk about it today. Atlanta Falcons just fired Dan Quinn, their head coach, and their GM, Thomas Dimitroff. Do you think it's time to clean house here at 1-3? They were 0-5, so we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about a question of the day for you, the fans, that can interact with us. And then we have one funny fact at the end of the show. You're going to stay tuned for that because that's going to be amazing. So that's what we have on the menu for today at the Lunchtime with Detroit Lions on the Prowl.
But first, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Hey, we appreciate you checking out our content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Go over to our Facebook page, hit the like button, join the group so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. But let's start the show right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. And today we're gonna talk about who's eating and who's starving today against the Jags on Sunday. And Kurt, who do you got? Who's eating?
Who's eating? My man, if we smart, TJ Hockenson should be eating. You're looking at the game yesterday. I did a little bit of advanced scouting on the Jaguars, and they have some issues covering tight ends. So TJ Hockenson should be eating for the game versus the Jags. And who's starving? You know, we got some speedy wide receivers over there in Jacksonville. So Jeff Okudah is going to be starving for me. So he's going to have a tough day. They have a couple of big body guys over there, and they have some speed. So Jeff Okudah could be starving.
Okay. And who's eating for me? It's going to be Adrian Peterson all day. We're going to establish that running game. Hopefully we're getting Joe Dahl back and we can create some big holes and run all over Jacksonville. I also agree that their secondary is kind of weak, so I think we can exploit them there. But I got all day for who's eating. He going to be eating.
Who's starving, my man? Who's starving for the Lions on this game?
This is rough for me. This is absolutely terrible for me, but it's DeAndre Swift. They don't use him right. They use him as a Theo Riddick type of back. It's not that he couldn't eat against the Jaguars. They just don't use him right, which is one of the criticisms for this team.
Okay, I feel you. Hey, fans out there, our question of the day to you guys is, do you think Matthew Stafford should be traded before the trade deadline? So drop us a comment down below in this video so we can tell you and read it on the next show what your answers are for the question of the day. Do you think that Matthew Stafford should be traded from the line?
Absolutely. When you drop that comment down there, we'll mention you by name. If we pick your comment, it'll be in the show the next time the show is out. So yeah, that's going to be an awesome new feature, and put your comments below. And now we're going to the main course. The main topic of discussion today is, do you think the Lions should trade Matthew Stafford? We're going to give our viewpoints, and then you can give yours. What do you think, Kurt Steele?
Matthew Stafford, do I think he should be traded? I like Matthew Stafford. I don't want to see him play anywhere else. However, there's a good trade partner out there right now. I think we could get some good pieces for him. So do I think he should be traded? In my heart, no. In my mind, yes. Let's go ahead and let him go somewhere else and get some success, because he's not getting it right here in the Motor City. So if Dallas offers a good asking price, you know what I'm saying, they give us maybe a first and a third, or a second and a third for Matthew Stafford because of the Dak Prescott situation, I say let him go.
I agree. I was never a Matthew Stafford trader guy. I never wanted him gone. I've always had his back the entire time. I felt like he had a terrible team around him, and I thought that was the main thing. But I hate to say this, at this point in his career, you're never going to get more value out of him than you're going to get right now. And if you are headed for a rebuild, which I think we are, I think it's time. I think it's time not only for the team, but for him. I look at this more of a Matthew Stafford thing. I think that he he deserves to be on a winner. He deserves that guy has given everything I believe that he has to in the Detroit organization only to come up with nothing. And I think that I think he should have a turn to be able to go to the playoffs, win a playoff game, maybe get to a Super Bowl, and help his legacy out, to be honest, his Hall of Fame legacy. We have to think about the player, not only ourselves selfishly. So I say, yes, it's time to trade him. Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I like Matthew Stafford. I got a plethora of 9 jerseys, so it will hurt my heart, but I will understand if we let him go.
I do too. At this point, it's almost necessary for him and the organization to say, you know what, it's time. It didn't work here. Doesn't mean it's not going to work for him. Doesn't mean it's not going to work for us in the future. We don't know.
That's very true.
So something big happened yesterday. Atlanta Falcons fired Dan Quinn. Not Bob Quinn. We were hoping for that, but it was Dan Quinn that got fired. and their GM, Thomas Dimitroff. Is it time to clean house at 1-3?
It's time. It's time. The experiment, the Patriots of the Midwest has failed. It's time for us to move on from that regime. You stick Darryl Bevell in there for the rest of the season as the interim head coach, and you just let it ride out for the rest of the season. I think we just need to cut ties with those guys, both Bob Quinn and his cousin Bob Quinn and Patricia. It's one of those things where it just hasn't worked, and just we deserve better. The fans deserve better. The team deserves better. The players deserve better. And to have a guy come in here and really tear down the team, because he hasn't improved the team. Matt Patricia came in one day with a wrecking ball, and it hasn't worked out. And this has been getting broke down since he's been at the head of Detroit Lions. So what do you think? Is it time for them to clean house?
I think it's time to fire Bob Quinn. I'm not necessarily sure we're going to fire Patricia right at this point. But if you fire the GM, he's going to be gone at the end of the season or right now, depending on if we get a GM earlier or later in this process. You get rid of the head of the snake, and the rest of the snake dies. Basically, it's what Luke G says all the time. I love that statement, though. But I think we go after Bob Quinn. I think Bob Quinn has made all these decisions in the personnel, and I don't like the fact that we go out and get just above average players or players that are past their prime or, stuff like that. We don't get players that are good right now to help build a team to get some superstars here. I just don't think we do that. We haven't drafted well enough. I think we've drafted well, certain areas. Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Kenny Galladay, Tracy Walker. I think we have made good picks along the way, but just not enough of them. Not enough of them developing to the point of superstar. So I think Bob Quinn's got to go. I think he's got to go.
Agreed.
Okay, we're going to move on. And our next thing here is the dessert today. What that means is it's one funny fact as we close the show. It's one funny fact that we came up with the Lions this week, and you want to tell them, Kurt?
Yeah, I got it. The best player on the Detroit Lions right now, Jack Fox.
Let that sink in, folks.
Your punter is the best player on the team. The punter is the guy you don't want to be known. That's the guy you want to be anonymous in your ball club. You don't want him to have a spotlight on him, because that means you're giving the ball away. So, I mean, I would say he's an amazing punter, and he flips the field and he plays field position very well for us. He's first in the league in all the major categories for punting, net yards, gross yards, and hang time. But that's just still a bad precedent when your punter is the best player on your squad.
It's kind of sad, but I think it's true, and I think all you people know it's true. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button and the notification bell so you know when another good video is coming out. And Lions fans, as always for me, don't put up with this anymore. Don't settle for losing. Actually go out and tell the Ford family we need a winner now. instead of putting up with all this losing and what ifs and everything. Kurt, take us home.
Hey, thank you for watching us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Hey, whatever you do in life, you have to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man, Jim, this is Kurt Steele for Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and we are